Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about the elements of poetry. Now, I know that it looks like a lot, but as the week goes on, we're going to get more comfortable reading poetry, writing poetry, and breaking it apart in order to figure out the elements, okay? The first element we're going to talk about today is a rhyme. Now, you've been rhyming probably since kindergarten. You know that the words bat, hat, rat, cat, all of those words are rhyming words. Rhyming words can only rhyme if they have the same ending sound. So don't forget, words can only rhyme if they have the same ending sounds. The next one we're going to talk about is the mood. A mood is the feeling the author is trying to convey. So I want you to think about the last mood that you were in. Maybe you were in a dark, gloomy, sad, it was a rainy day. That was your mood. So if you were an author who was writing a poem, then you would want to convey that mood to your reader. You would want them to think that they were sad and gloomy and dark, okay? The next one we're going to talk about is a line. A line is just one line of a poem. You can think of it kind of like a sentence, but it's not always a complete sentence, okay? The line is just one line of the sentence. If we numbered our lines, maybe they would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and somebody could say, what did it say on line 4? Okay, so lines are very important. Um, I'm going to jump over to this one because now we're talking about a stanza. A stanza is a group of lines that are put together. And that's what we call a stanza. So I like to think of a line as a sentence, not always a complete sentence. And I like to think of a stanza as a paragraph. So sentences make up paragraphs, just like lines make up stanzas. Okay. Next, we're moving on to repetition. Sometimes words can be repeated. Now, repeated means that it's coming over and over again. You're going to read a poem today that is talking about a dog that isn't very pretty. It says, my puppy isn't pretty. He's spotted in a weird way. My puppy isn't pretty. It says, my puppy isn't pretty. It keeps repeating it. So that's what we call repetition. The next thing we are going to take a look at for elements of poetry would be the theme. The theme of the poem is the lesson or the message that the author is trying to convey. So just like when we're talking in fiction stories, where we're trying to find the theme or the message of the author, poems oftentimes have themes and messages, okay? And finally, we have a meter. A meter is the number of syllables in a line and how they are accented. It creates kind of like a beat or a rhythm. So I'll give you an example. Here is a rhythm. My cat is my best friend. I'll love her till the end. If I'm upstairs or down, she follows me around. Did you see how I created a beat with my words and that they were all the same? Da 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 da. So that is what we call a meter. So my friends, that is the elements of poetry that we will be studying and taking a look at this week. And now you have some practices to do on Seesaw.